So did you all get the words of that song? What was the main message of it? He'll be there for you. Jesus will be there for you. And many of us have got that testimony to say that we know that Jesus is with us and has been with us through some very difficult times. And I've asked Jo this time to come and just share briefly with you some of those things that Jesus has done for her. Jo.
Well, don't know where to begin really. But basically, I am not in a good place at the moment in my life. Believe it or not, I have had some horrific things happening to me physically, mentally and spiritually. So there's a three in one right there. However, I'm not going to go into the details of what they are, because you don't really need to know, and actually some of it is quite personal. However, it has completely crushed me as a human being. There have been times in the last 4 years where I literally have not been able to get out of bed. I have not been able to be there for my children. And I've been in a really bad place. But however, one example I want to give is, I was lying in bed and every part of my being was dead. I felt dead. I felt that there was just nothing. I couldn't give any part of me to anybody, because mentally I was shutting down, emotionally I was shutting down, and physically I was shutting down. But one thing that was very apparent to me on that day, that there was something alive right in the centre of my being, and I could feel it. And God was saying to me, you are alive inside, even though your body physically is falling apart, you're ill and all the rest of it, and mentally you're not in a good place. But spiritually, you are alive, you have life. All you need to do is turn to me and trust in me. Now, like we've said this morning, when you're in a stormy place, when you're in that storm and everything is falling around you, your world feels like it's falling apart, and even you feel like you're falling apart, there's nothing you can do about it because you feel out of control and helpless. But one thing God taught me and was trying to teach me is, no matter how bad things get, trust me. It's really hard to trust in that storm, isn't it? Because you're there panicking, you're anxious, you're stressed, you're panicking, you can't see through the cloud because everything's a mess. But God was saying, trust me, turn to me and trust me. You don't know what I'm doing, but I do. And I'm God, and I've got you, and I love you. You're not a failure. I love you, you are my daughter, and I will get you through this. But I needed to trust him. And it was really, really difficult. But what I did was I prayed and I made an effort every day to actively do something. One thing I used to do was I used to smoke weed. I used to smoke cannabis. And I smoked it for a very long time. Over 20 years. I had a really bad addiction. And you know what God was saying to me? You need to stop this. And I was like, but I need it because my life is like this, and I cope, and I sleep, and I feel like I'm a lot calmer because I have that, and it helps me. And God was saying, no, Jo, no, you just need to stop. So what I did was I took a chance, because I was saying to God, how do I do this, Lord? How do I do this? Because I need it, and I'm scared. I'm scared if I don't have it. I'm scared to go to sleep tonight because I know I need it. But you know what I had to do? I had to say, Lord, I'm going to trust you, and I'm just not going to buy it anymore. I'm not going to buy it. You know what? I haven't bought it for months now. Because once I made that step of saying, and that action, I'm not doing it, God stepped in and he did something in me. He changed my mind. He changed how I was. And I don't need it, because actually what I need is God. And sometimes we turn to drugs, we turn to alcohol, we turn to things that you think they're going to make you better. But that's all just part of distraction and just part of keeping you away from something that actually is really good for you, which is God. God is powerful and mighty, and he saves people. He picks them out of the pit and he turns their lives around, and he's done it for me. And I gave my life properly to Jesus about 6 years ago, and that doesn't make me perfect. I've still had problems. But throughout those problems, God has said, I still love you, and I'm going to get you through this. So I just want to encourage you that if anyone has problems or is in a storm, and life is really difficult and you just feel like there's nothing left. But there is. I just want to say that there is. Because Jesus loves you so much that he died for you. He will save you. He will turn your life around. He will actually do things where you stand there and say, how did that happen? Things were such a mess. That person hated me, or that person was after me, or whatever it is you're running from, or whatever. You're there and your jaw hits the ground and you think, how did that happen? Because I'll tell you how it happens. God is greater, and he works in people's lives right now, today, and he will do for the rest of your life. He will always work things round for good. Thank you.
For sharing that. It's not easy sometimes to share things that have been really bad in your life. You know, everybody thinks that everything's all right once you become a Christian, but that's not the case. But what you do have is Jesus with you every step of the way, and we can give thanks to him for that.